BBC Radio 1 Stories.
I'm Daniel P. Carter and you're listening to the story of Bring Me the Horizon on BBC Radio 1. So far we've heard how screamer Oli Sykes vented his frustration when he found his lungs, how to Matt Nichols' drumming was salvation, and how Lee Malia and Curtis Ward's Metallica covers gave way to punk hardcore. So how did they finally get together? Radio 1 joined the lads for a night out in Sheffield.
How did we make friends? I used to go out with this ugly girl. One of Ollie's mates started going out with her after me, and then they thought that I were going to beat Ollie's mate up, but I weren't at all.
I said he had to go through me before he got to him.
So yeah, me and Ollie made friends from that somehow. And then I went to college, met Lee, and our now defunct guitar player, Curtains Ward. I asked Ollie if he wanted to start a band, and I said I knew some kids who play guitar, because I knew these guys play guitar in like a Metallica band, so...
You also sorted our first bassist out.
Ryan Briggs, R.I.P.
He got kicked out after he didn't make practice because it was Mother's Day.
So we booted him. And then we got this maniac over here, Matt the vegan Keen.
Fucking time bomb of insanity.
You're a bit of fate actually with him. He were in a band playing around Rotherham. On a trip to London, me and Matt made once, I said, oh, how about that Matt Keen guy? He seems like tasty bass player. And actually on way back down on Megabus from London to Sheffield, he got on bus, which were like totally random.
Fate, that one, fate.
And I was like, it's that guy. He later told us on first practice when we started playing our songs, he was that stoked he had to hide behind his amp and smile.
I was trying to play it cool, so instead of like smiling in front of everyone, I was like hiding.
Matt Keen's, he's a quiet one. Maybe not as quiet as Lee, but he's the business head.
I've never had a real job, as bad as that sounds.
He's a comedian. My parents especially think he's hilarious. What were it he said? Oh, because he's a vegetarian and stuff like that. But he went, I eat fish and that. I eat duck, and someone went, well, that's not a fish. And he went, yeah, I just eat the bit that's underwater.
Well, I don't think they ever actually asked me to join. I just kept coming back. When we all got together, it just seemed right, really. Like it was the style of music that I wanted to be playing at the time. It was just like really heavy music, and it was what I was into. That's why we started the band. Really, we just had fun. We never had any ambitions. I don't think we even mentioned ever getting big, because it was the style of music that we are. It wasn't even possible to, like, we never thought we'd get this big. Our first gig was in Rotherham.
Up until going to his first gig, I didn't realise that's what he did.
Carol Sykes, Ollie's mum.
They hadn't recorded anything by then, so I'd never heard him. And going to first gig, I just thought, this will never take off. But I was wrong.
Bring Me the Horizon formed in 2004 with Lee Malia and Curtis Ward on guitar, Matt Keen playing bass, Matt Nichols on drums, and Oli Sykes screaming his heart out. And despite Ollie's mum's initial misgivings, things went pretty well, as Ollie, Lee and drummer Matt recall.
We played our first show, we had 3 songs, and we had one song that we just kind of made up on the spot. And we kind of knew the basics for the song, but we just went with it. We were just like, just take it for a walk, you know what I mean? Just go for it. But we were actually doing headline shows with 4 songs, and kids were loving it, and we were baffled. But
sometimes we'd have to play the last one twice.
Yeah, we played the same song twice.
Kids are loving it too much.
They're going, I'll tell you, Grimsby Matrix Bad didn't know it when we came out. You were off it, wasn't it? It were literally
kids like jumping after us.
Lee and Curtis were playing on pool tables.
Running across pool tables. Some kid just had a chair spinning it. Lee got taken down, didn't you?
Knocked a kid out with a bar stool by accident.
Ollie jumped over me.
I got my hair extensions ripped out.
Curtis ran some guy's shoulders riffing. It were mad.
This track is They Have No Reflections. From their 2004 EP debut, this is what The Edge of Your Seat was made for. With Ollie's dad driving the band to gigs in his trusty camper van, and Matt Nichols' mum following, her Mini crammed full of a drum kit and stuff, they were soon playing insane gigs all over the north of England. The effect of the EP was immediately obvious.
We used to play this place called Bivouac in Lincoln, and yeah, PA fell over, like kids just went ape.
It was first time kids had gone mad and like new words and stuff, and we were just like, what the hell's going on? And then I think it's because we got a release out in it, so like
the new songs,
and it was first time we'd played a gig where kids used to like go off, but they didn't know lyrics because we were just playing random songs we'd never heard before. So they were just coming out, like kids actually singing and climbing on stage and jumping off, and sound guy were throwing kids head first off at stage.
In 2007, the album Count Your Blessings emerged, dripping with visceral energy. The recording process was memorable, but possibly for all the wrong reasons.
Count Your Blessings.
It wasn't a good experience. We lived in Birmingham for a month, so we went.
It was a good laugh.
Doing it was a laugh, but like the outcome was just shit.
Yeah, it was a good experience. We partied hard.
This is Pray for Plagues, the first and arguably outstanding track on Count Your Blessings. The band toured the UK extensively, winning fans and plaudits. In 2007, they were ready to tackle America.
Yeah, it was the first American tour.
How did it go?
Well, almost ready.
You missed a week.
We had to go and get his visas done in London.
Matt used to steal burgers from McDonald's.
It was an original hamburger.
Police asked me and said, "You're not going to America for at least a week, yet."
So they got banned for a week. It was going really well for us, selling loads, but we didn't have a tour manager at the time either, so we were all going in straight in our pockets. We just didn't know what we were doing, basically.
Matt Keane were pretty much tour managing us, but
at one point we were walking around with 10,000 US just in a backpack for a bank to deposit.
Yeah, we weren't really experienced, so we didn't know what to do with it.
It shouldn't have been a good tour, but it were amazing. I think we were just
young,
over our heads, young in America, doing really well, going really well. So we just went and spent it all on alcohol every day and just got better our heads. And
every day we got a Walmart and just fill a trolley with like sweets and
socks
beer
and clothes and
anything we wanted, basically.
Hot pockets.
Hot pockets, good lord.